welcome everyone to Factorio, AAA Factorio, in fact, with myself, Aavak, Arumba,
Hey there, how's it going?
and A. Steejo.
I am A. Steejo.
One of many. We got him off the factory line just this morning.
Yeah,
Boop,
we had to
boop,
bring
boop.
a Steejo for good measure.
Yeah.
But we've got Arumba, so
Yeah, well, we've officially changed your name. It's no longer Rotten Steejo on YouTube. It's us Steejo, right?
Yeah.
that's
You put
right.
in the
yeah.
requisition
Yeah,
request?
that's it. I'll just wait 3 years on YouTube actually getting back to me.
Yes. Now then, this is just vanilla Factorio. For those who are no doubt going to be asking, there are no mods running. We are playing on the very latest build as of today, which is the 5th of the 5th. Interesting number. Auspicious number,
Yeah.
some might say.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you, which is yesterday, which
Yeah. Hopefully the
apparently
4th is
is,
still with you. Because, you know, if
big
it was
deal.
only with you for one day, it'd be kind of crap.
So, do you, off the top of your head, do you remember what they've changed in the recent patches? I remember there's a bunch of stuff about optimization, but
A lot of the recent patches, like the last one and the one before that, were almost entirely optimization patches because they are gearing up to get this on Steam. So right
Yeah.
now, their entire focus pretty much is on getting the game as polished in its current state as they can, rather than adding new features, which invariably would add more bugs and such.
yeah, I remember reading about the what was it, like the space shuttle and the big huge like launching pad and stuff like that, but that
Yeah,
it's not in game yet,
No.
which
Right.
is fine. There's still so much to do.
For those watching my screen, I've got the map up right now. We have got a fairly good position at the moment. We've got huge forests, and Arumba has just explored a little bit more and has revealed an enormous lake, which is great because we've got natural defenses, natural soak sponges for pollution. Got plenty of oil around as well.
You know, we use like low resources for everything: copper, iron, coal. And I'm looking at this coal mine. It's like
It is enormous. I'm looking at
we
that.
we will never run out of coal with this much coal right here. This
No.
is the only coal we need.
yeah, it's
Pretty
really
much.
strange. I don't think that the starting parameters take into account your starting area.
Yeah, that might be
Oh,
why.
that might be true. Yeah. So we've got copper to the south, well, you know, reasonable iron deposit to the north. More coal than, as Arumba said, will ever go through to the west. A tiny little bit of stone to the east, and a huge oil field, more or less in the middle, just above the copper. So we're pretty set for resources.
Yep, we've got
See,
more
this-
oil to the north as well.
The stone deposit here seems pretty small. That seems to have. Oh, hey, there's some biters up north too.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be pretty close because of the parameters we've got. Arumba, I'm going to start out my mine right next to yours and just have them feeding into each other, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, sure. How did you know it was mine? Did I label it? I don't remember labeling it.
You didn't label it, but you were stood there for far too long for it not to be yours.
I wouldn't trust that Arumba.
You wouldn't trust me.
I've seen what he does.
You know, it's funny because every time I play this game, I usually play it quite obsessively for a while, but then I'll go for so long that I forget how to play. So
That's
I
pretty
don't
normal, yeah.
remember, like, I mean, I know the basics. I can get through most of the blue science stuff pretty quick, but then I usually bog down and break down and go into like a robot death spiral where I
Yeah.
just do nothing but make robots and
Those damn robots.
They're so attractive as an option, and then you realize it's like, honestly, if I'd spent the resources that I've spent in making this enormous robot network on anything else, I would have already finished the game.
Yeah. I am noticing something about worrying that with their starting zone, most of the mineral deposits are like 3-4 blocks.
Yeah.
There's a bigger one, but that's surrounded in biters. This is going to be fun.
seem To have. Oh wait, I was trying to work out where my smelter had gone. Of course, when I built the burner drill, I used my smelter up.
Yeah.
I so rarely build burner drills. I rush to electric power so fast usually.
Right, I've done a bit of
So-
exploration just to show the map a little bit.
Yeah,
I
can see
remember
everything.
last time I had played, I had started using a new furnace layout that has the what what's it called? Remember? Okay, we've done this before. CJ and I've played a couple times now, I think.
Yep.
We used to do buffers for raw resources and everything.
Yeah.
I started doing the buffers like right at the furnaces instead of after, and it's pretty useful. It's pretty. I liked it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just
I'm always into new furnace layouts because my furnace layouts are terrible.
Yeah, it's true.
No disagreement. Your furnaces are crap, Steve.
Well, I remember the
Steve.
one that you made when we played with Bentham and Shen, and it was a little questionable.
Yeah, I was kind of in between furnace layouts. You should see my latest one. My latest one is just a straight freaking line.
I
just
love the
couldn't
idea
be
that you
bothered.
can be in between furnace layers.
Yeah, kind of in between jobs at the moment. You know, don't have a girlfriend or whatever. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm in between them.
That's right.
I was going to steady you with this one furnace layout for a while, but then
She dumped me.
Your furnace layout dumped you?
Yeah, she just got rid of me.
wow.
Someone stole all my stone, and I think it was one of you.
Nope.
It wasn't. I went and mined it because I was a derp and didn't realize that you actually had a chest there.
I
Now,
have
upon
no
reflection-
idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I see.
there's the culprit.
Trust the guy from Glasgow.
But there's mysteriously
I,
4 furnaces sitting in one of your boxes.
I don't really pay any attention to pollution. Like I have it on the minimap, but Stejo probably already knows to expect that I'm not going to probably help you when the biters start attacking.
Fair enough.
That might be
Worth
someone
bearing
else's
in mind.
job, possibly.
Right, I'm going to start working towards getting some electricity going. Where do we want our initial steam engine sort of array going on? We could either build off the lake to the west, or this tiny little body of water down here if we want a micro setup just to get our initial factory going.
Well, I think we need to decide where we want the factory. I think that where we're standing just now seems like the best place for the factory.
Yeah, it's got the most usable land, especially if we build over the coal, because frankly, we just don't need it.
Well, what about basically directly east of the huge oil field? That's a big untreed open space. Is that too far away, you think, from the starting area?
No, it should be all right.
Because I usually...
Do you mean the oil field to the north?
No, to the south of us. Go east to the south.
Oh, yeah, I see.
You can actually, if you look,
That is a
zoom in really
huge
close,
area.
you can see the trees. There's no trees in that area, which is good and bad. I've forgotten
Well,
how to close my map.
Biter bases aren't too bad with this. So, yeah, we could go with that. It looks like we've got normal biter bases, so they're sort of, the size of the bases is going to be quite manageable early on. So, yeah, we could expand out that way. That wouldn't be a problem at all. In that case, we're probably going to want... Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, it's just an idea. I don't really... I'm gonna probably try to build too big, so you'll have to hold me back.
No.
No, I think we'll just encourage you, honestly.
Go big or
Oh,
go
goody.
home.
Don't you remember last time with the whole... I spent like 4 videos doing power, and we had like 100 megawatts.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
kept getting into trouble for building too big.
Yeah, well, that was what we were trying to do. We were trying to
Yeah,
cause
exactly.
pollution.
You're trying to cause pollution. Oh, wow.
You know, if you created a big enough factory, don't you think the biters should just die from like
Yes.
It was
radioactiveness?
just-
Yeah.
Oh, that's what.
too
Unless
much
they
pollution.
eat pollution, which is what I actually think they do. They're like trees. They take in all of the terrible toxic waste that we're pumping out, and it just makes them breed more. And then they get enough of them. They're like, oh, this is delicious. Let's go and suck directly on the exhaust pipes of those factories, and also kill anyone who's near there, because they're clearly there to do the same thing. We need to secure this resource for the next.
Well,
Well, that is-
apparently,
Basically
Sorry.
how it works, yeah.
yeah, apparently in the code, the pollution gets used as like a currency.
Mm-hmm.
So every time the base sucks up pollution, it gets more like X pollution currency.
Yep, that makes
Yep.
perfect sense to me. Right, I'm going to start off a very kind of slapdash electricity setup.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see the biggest new biter. Wonder how long it'll be till we actually get to.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think a character could
Actually-
kill one. Or like
Well,
what?
the really big biters.
They're supposed to be like 3 or 4 times as strong as the current big biter.
Yeah, well, it's tough enough killing like the regular big biter.
Yeah. And it's gonna require lasers.
Lasers. I wonder if the new level of biters will completely scupper the distractor bot usage.
Maybe if they can like just one-shot them.
Yeah, because basically as soon as you got to distractor bots, you could tear through any base. Doesn't matter what size it is, as long as you had enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I really do need to get into using, because I flat out don't use distractors or any of the bots really, and it's a bit of a shame really.
Well, I like the distractor bots because they don't come off of your personal robot allowance.
Oh right, I see.
So like you have to research, like I can't remember what the hell the game calls it.
The
follow a robot count.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to research follow a robot count to use defenders or combat robots, but distractor bots, they don't count, so you can just throw out hundreds of them.
Yeah, but they can't move. That's the only drawback. But they're basically just like, it's the same thing as doing the laser creep, you know, where you just advance creep lasers into enemy bases.
I'm gonna need some stones as well.
Except that you don't get the resources back.
I've started like piling up some resources in a little chest beside the iron plate.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
So.
I took them all. Most of them.
Typical Arumba.
It's like at the start of the last series that we done on Arumba, we had this little rule that you weren't allowed to take everything out of a box, and about 3 minutes later, it was just fuck it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I did. I took them all, and then I did put some back, but it's really hard. It's really hard to like not just use everything.
But yeah,
I've
for
run all the
those
way up.
watching me just gathering resources from the like furnaces and stuff like that, if you just hold down control and either left click or right click on a building that has resources in it, it'll take from the output slot. Right click will take half of what's there, and the left click will take all of what's there. Quite useful for grabbing a lot of stuff at the same time.
You know, when I was first starting to play Factorio, I actually watched your videos first, Aavak.
Oh, really?
On Twitch. I remember that was where I first like learned that you could make guns have ammo from assembly lines. Like I didn't even consider that. I'd always walked around just like loading up the turrets with ammo. And you had them.
That must have
ammo on
changed the game a little bit for you.
Yeah.
That's so
it was interesting.
tedious to have to do that manually. My lord.
Yeah.
Right, what I'm thinking down here is we'll just have a conveyor belt feeding in coal, then going straight up the middle, where all of the furnaces can just gather from that one line.
Mm-hmm.
You can either feed it down from the top or the bottom, really, but I like to do it from the bottom.
You are planning on having a second pump, right?
Yeah. That's why I built that out along the side, so that you can have more pumps attached to it on either side. Isn't there like a certain efficiency point where it's better to start a new stack rather than add more pumps to the current one?
Yeah. Well, that's
like I'm not sure where that line exists. I usually go for like 3 or 4 pumps on the same line before I start considering making another one, but I'm not actually sure whether that's the most efficient.
Unfortunately, that's like one of the few things about this game that once you've like learned the numbers, then you can't really not do it that way anymore.
Yeah.
Like furnaces, or sorry, steam engines, it's 1 pump to 13 boilers to 10 steam engines.
Yep.
That'll give you a 99% efficiency. You can do a 14th boiler, but it's not worth it for 1%.
Yeah.
So you've already done 13 boilers, which is perfect. Either that or Stejo did it. I'm
Steve
not
did
sure.
that one.
I think you can guess.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, Aavak did 13. Okay, good. But yeah, so we'll just end up doing 2 pumps for this
That makes
line.
sense.
It's just one of those things. As soon as I start getting iron, it's like, right, okay, 13 boilers.
Yeah.
How many actual steam engines was it?
13? Or sorry, 10.
13 to 10, yeah.
Okay, we need 3 more on the other line then. Let's make some conveyor belts. Now, we've got all of this stuff going on, and we haven't even actually started to bring down coal yet.
I was going to say, have we got anything even mining coal?
We do, yeah. We've got 2 burner drills just basically pumping into each other, so you just go back every now and then and grab what they have.
Yeah,
I learned that from Arumba, actually. It's a fantastic idea.
I have 171 coal. I'll just put it into a chest down there, and we can Because this is a lot of distance to cover with transport belt right now.
Yeah.
We need trains.
We do.
Exactly.
But it's going to be a little while before we've got trains. I'll be honest with you, Steve.
So, do you think we should impose any kind of rules on like what we use?
Yep, lots of trains.
Lots of trains, very few robots. Because everyone
But I
hates
like
robots.
I like robots.
Everyone gets mad when I go crazy with robots. Yeah.
Why? They're robots. And they sing to you.
I don't know. Because it's lazy. Because it's not as efficient as like doing the right ratios on your factory and everything.
I don't care. I'm going to use robots even if you don't.
I made an
Okay.
entire series based on using the right ratios. I love robots. I don't care about my ratios anymore.
There we go. We've got power enough to have all of these loaded. We're going to need to make... I don't have the copper or... Has anyone got... Oh, you've got inserters, if you remember.
Three,
Got
four,
a couple,
five,
yeah.
6, 7.
If you make one just to take out coal from this chest, then we can just load up fuel in there. Well, I'll just leave it as coal for now. And then we just need to make a couple that'll run along the boilers.
Need one more and some.
Yep. Now, do you want to be like? We might actually want to do this. Did you know that even though regular burner inserters are not quite as fast as a powered burner inserter,
Mm-hmm.
they technically don't cause any pollution.
Really?
Yep.
No pollution at all. And if you compare the pollution from a regular inserter, it's pretty minuscule, but it might make a difference when we're playing with these settings. It's kind of tedious though, because you got to load them all up. I've asked for a long time, and I hope someday maybe they'll do it. That the burner inserter should just automatically have enough power to move one item.
Yeah.
So you just put it down, and it's just assumed that it's going to be used for fuel or something. So just grab a piece of fuel. But
We could do.
we could do. Okay.
I'm debating on whether I care enough.
I
about that
care.
one.
I'll do it.
There we go. Steve has now volunteered.
Stadio always does it.
You do realize if you fail to do it even once, we're not going to let you forget.
Well, you only need to do it once, and then they kind of keep themselves powered. That's the glory behind them.
Yeah, but it's not once. It's 13 times per fuel line. Per,
Yeah, you
per
just-
boiler.
Yeah.
If there's even a
lot.
single one that you forget or miss, never forget. Or forgive, for that matter.
Oh, we probably have quite a bit of stone built up, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
13,
I imagine
there we go.
if they've been running this whole time.
Yeah, we should
Uh,
probably
Damn it.
go ahead and get one of these things making some walls.
Walls.
We're going to need to
Yeah.
research that
You
first.
mean
aren't we?
guns?
Research. Ah.
I don't understand walls. Do the walls shoot back?
They should. They should be reactive walls. They should have walls that like cause contact damage. Spiked walls.
That would be fantastic.
Seems pretty reasonable to me.
So once the burner inserters have started, will they load themselves from that point on?
Yep.
As long if they have you know how they've got like that fuel line, the burner, like how much fuel is left.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they don't have an actual piece of fuel like on deck,
Right.
then that very next one that they move, assuming it's a piece of fuel,
Oh, I just saw
they'll
one
give-
do it. Yeah, that's
give
fantastic.
it to
I
themselves.
never realized they did that.
Magic.
It might be because when I started playing, they didn't. I'm not sure, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty new development. I
yeah,
didn't
I'm
know
fairly
it's-
certain they didn't used to do that. So I just never used them as a result because I
Yeah.
saw no point. Because like I could build this one thing now just to get my factory going, but it's going to be one of the first things I replace, and so I'm just going to end up with an inventory full of these annoying little inserters that I'm never going to use again.
You know, in one of the dev diaries, the video I saw, like they actually had an inserter grab from the end of a tile, like this, Dejo,
Yeah.
where
Oh,
it
yeah.
actually it grabbed from where it's not supposed to, and I don't know if that's new. I'm actually curious. I want to test it
Yeah, that's
because it freaked me out.
wow.
It looked wrong. You know, you get so used to it being one way.
Poor Arumba. He's easily frightened. He's
Yes,
got a
new-
nervous disposition.
New things scare me.
That was something I was wanting to test there. Oh wow, really?
I agree.
I
No,
love
see,
that
it's
little
not.
guy.
It didn't do it. It didn't do
No.
it. So
That's
they
grand.
lied to us. They lied to us in the dev diary. They had a fraudulent inserter.
It's all CGI. Don't believe them.
Maybe the dev diary build is a slightly better than ours, or there was this tiny, tiny small print that says not actual in-game footage.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Looks like that's going to do us.
Yeah, well, we've got the basics of a factory going. In fact, not just the basics of a factory, we've got some science, automated science production going on. The very basic most of the science production. But, you know, it's a start. And Stejo's changing the layout of all of our boilers. Stejo's probably going to do that a lot. But, yes.
Wasn't efficient.
all right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow then. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Indeed.
Yep. Bye bye.
Take care.